All right, friends, are you guys ready for a crazy LeggLife video? Because I am going on an adventure that a half an hour ago, I did not know I was going on. I have a friend who runs a restaurant that is about 4 hours away from here. It's in a lodge, and their season opens tomorrow. Here's the problem. Their menus just got finished today, and they have no way to get their menus out to the restaurant for when it opens tomorrow. And so he called and he was like, dude, I know this is a huge ask. Is there any way at all you could drive the menus out to me tomorrow? I looked at my work calendar. There's no way I could. I am super swamped tomorrow starting at like noon. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. And then I was like, wait a second, are they done right now? He was like, yes. So I am actually driving to a printer in downtown Anchorage. I have to be there in 15 minutes before they close to pick up all of the menus for this restaurant. I'm then gonna drive them 4 hours away to the lodge. They actually got me a room to stay at the lodge tonight, and then I will drive back tomorrow to help a friend open successfully. At first I was like, oh gosh, that's a lot, I don't know. But the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Life has been crazy lately, and this will be a good, like, debrief, like a good, like, decompress, and just like, I get to drive through beautiful scenery. I get to take the LeggLife community along on another crazy adventure. I talked to Sherri, and she was like, absolutely, go do it. This sounds like a you thing, you should do it. So I get to help my friend John, I get to go on a little adventure, I get to see Alaska, and I get to do something that, it's just weird, right? 8 hours to deliver menus? Who does this? Well, I do, and you guys are coming along, so here we go. All right, let me give you a quick update. It is 4:54. The printer closes in 6 minutes, and I'm just entering downtown Anchorage. Oh gosh, I sure hope I make it in 6 minutes. Well, I hope this car doesn't come over here and hit me. So, we'll see, fingers crossed. Look at that, 5 o'clock, and I just got here to Pip Printing to pick up the menus. All right, look at this, you guys. Menus picked up, holy cow. They were just about to close when I got here. That was stressful. Like, I walked in right at 5 o'clock, and it was so funny because they were just like, you got here in the nick of time. It's like, thank goodness I did. So, a couple things I need to do. I need to get gas. I need to get some water and snacks for the road because this was totally unplanned. I think I will get dinner sometime maybe around Palmer, and then you guys, we're gonna go on a little adventure together. Are you ready? See, you never know what to expect with us. Why am I doing this? To help a friend. Like, literally, there's no other reason. Like, this isn't a paid gig. I'm not running a courier service. I have a friend that I can help. So, why wouldn't I, right? So let's go. Since tomorrow is the first day of the new season at the lodge, I figured it'd be fun to bring a treat to all the staff. Do you agree? One thing they don't have out there, because this lodge is like pretty remote, they don't have like Krispy Kreme or donuts. And so I'm gonna stop and get 4 dozen Krispy Kreme donuts to bring out there to their staff so they can have them tomorrow just as a little treat on their first day. So let's get a whole bunch of donuts.
Welcome to Krispy Kreme, how can I help you?
Hello, can we get 4 dozen assorted donuts?
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be all. Success. 4 dozen Krispy Kreme donuts going to the staff at the Copper River Princess Lodge. All right, friends, I am in Palmer, Alaska. I am at a store called 3 Bears. See, not lying. And I'm looking for some road trip snacks and some water. So, what to get? Look at these. They have dill pickle peanuts. That sounds so good. They have maple bacon peanuts. What? All right, food's been purchased. Let's get back on the road. Here's just a little glimpse as to why I did not mind saying yes to this drive. Look how absolutely beautiful it is. Just like mountains there, mountains straight out the window that way. So the lodge that I'm going to is the Copper River Princess Lodge. Now Princess Cruise Line owns a number of lodges around Alaska in different parts of the state because they offer land tours. Like you can do a tour where you come to Alaska on their cruise ship and then you add like a land tour to that. And this is one of those lodges. Now, Everything Princess does in Alaska is super nice. It's one of the reasons that we're so excited to go on our Princess cruise next month, is that they just do Alaska so well. And I'm so excited to get to stay in a Princess lodge tonight. Like, I'm honestly giddy because I just love, I don't know, I love experiencing new things like this, but I also love like when things are done well, which Princess always does. So this is great. Cannot wait to get out the lodge. Cannot wait to see it. I've heard that the views from the lodge are beautiful, and so I'm feeling incredibly fortunate to get to help a friend and, well, look at this. Absolutely amazing. I just stopped here alongside the road because it's just too pretty not to. You can see there's still a little bit of snow out there. It is absolutely beautiful though. The river here running and just surrounded by mountains. So I just had to stop. Wanted to show you these views. All right, so I don't know if you guys are gonna get sick of this, sick of me pulling over and showing you guys my views, but this, in my opinion, is one of the most beautiful like mountain views on this drive. It is stunning. Check it out. It's pretty windy, so I'm sure you're hearing that, but check out these views. Oh, you guys, the camera just does not do this justice at all. It is breathtaking how beautiful it is. I just never get tired of it. Okay, so this is an Alaska travel pro tip, and I think we've talked about this before. This is one of the reasons that you can't go by just distance to judge like driving time when visiting Alaska. Because this drive was only supposed to take me about 4 hours. It's gonna take me quite a bit longer because of all of the times that I wanna stop, pull over, take photos, look at the scenery. I've already seen 2 moose. I've seen 2 moose on this drive. They weren't in a place for me to like stop and get a photo, which was a bummer. But like when you're visiting Alaska, you have to budget in time for Alaska to happen. Because when Alaska happens, you just gotta stop and take it in. All right, I had to stop again, show you guys not just mountains, not just the river down there below, but if you look right there, you have Matanuska Glacier. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see the face of the glacier. Look at that. This drive has a little bit of everything. So I just got to what I believe is one of the most beautiful spots on this entire drive to Glen Allen. No, not this sign, but the sign tells us a little bit about it. Talks about the Wrangell Mountains. Says on a clear day, straight down the road, which I'm about to show you guys, to the east you can see the Wrangell Mountains. From left, Mount Sanford at 16,000 feet, Drum at 12,000, Wrangell at 14,000, and Blackburn at 16,000. Mount Wrangell is the largest active volcano in Alaska. Since the 1964 Alaskan earthquake, Mount Wrangell has been warming up. Ice and snow that was 160 feet deep in 1964 is now hot, bare rock. Sometimes it reaches 180 degrees Fahrenheit. On cold, clear mornings, steam can be seen rising from its summit. Large as they seem, the Wrangells are just the beginning of an enormous chain of tall mountains that runs into Canada. So, let me show you the Wrangell Mountains. You can see mountains on the left. Mount Drum is the one straight ahead, kind of in the middle, and then off to the right, more of those peaks that we saw on the sign. Look at how beautiful this is. And here's the thing, for several miles, like these mountains have started to be seen, and they're just right in the middle of the road. And it's so beautiful because as you're driving, like this is the view. I can't get over it. Now, one of the things with big mountains in Alaska is that because of our weather and because of how big these mountains are, there's a lot of times that you can't see this. Mountains here are just oftentimes covered in clouds. And so most of the time I've done this drive, I have not gotten to see that. And so I'm really glad right now. I'm just so happy that I'm getting to see the Wrangells. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm doing a U-turn because look what is right next to the road right here. Do you guys see the caribou? I drove by the road. I need to roll up the window because there's mosquitoes all over the place. I was like driving by the road and I was like, what is that right alongside the road? At first I was like, a moose? That looks pretty small for a moose. And then I was like, wait, that's a caribou. Just no big deal. Hanging out alongside the road. Alaska, man. And then look at this. 2 moose right alongside the road. Oh my goodness. That is so freaking amazing. Bye guys, stay safe. Now here I am in the town of Glen Allen. You can see there's their IGA grocery store. Here's their little Wells Fargo. Now when you get to the town of Glen Allen, you kind of have basically 2 options. You can turn and head toward Valdez, which is the way I'm going to turn, or you can actually turn and kind of head north, where you're gonna go up through Delta Junction. You'd eventually get up to like North Pole and Fairbanks. That's also the way you'd head out of Alaska if you were gonna be driving into or out on the Alaskan highway, like coming from Canada. So, you know what? You guys have to see this again. Are you guys sick of this yet? Because I know that I'm not. All right, so I just turned off of the highway onto the road that I think the Princess Lodge is on. I've never been here before, so this is like all new territory for me. So I'm driving back to, well, where the signs told me to go. I'm very, very excited to see this. You can see the sun still up. It is about 9:30 p.m. Here we go, Copper River Princess Lodge. It says closed for the season, but that all changes tomorrow. Well, you guys, I think I'm here. All right, friends, here we are, the Copper River Princess Wilderness Lodge. Look at this view. I'm gonna zoom in on the mountains. It is absolutely unbelievable. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. You can actually hear the river down below rushing. You definitely see why people come here. And you can actually see in the clearing right over here, there's the Trans-Alaska oil pipeline. All right, so you guys remember that we stopped along the road to look at the mountains. That was actually right here. Here's Glen Allen. So we came from the Glen Highway this way, came to Glen Allen, turned down this road, and now we're here at the Copper River Princess Lodge. So here's kind of a look of what the mountains were like from Glen Allen. So this is what we were looking at. And this is such a helpful little sign because it shows you the different mountains, right? Remember, Mount Drum was the one that was kind of right in the middle, and you can see it's exactly what it was like. But also here's what it looks like from the Princess Lodge. And I love that they show you the way the mountains look from different locations. That is super helpful. So obviously it's late, so the lights are off, but look at the view. You can see they have a piano here. Look at the view right out of the lobby windows out to the mountain. So beautiful. There's no guests here at the hotel yet. The first guests arrive tomorrow. I'm just kind of hanging out here, checking out the lobby. And I've got to say, this is beautiful. We'll get to see more tomorrow when the lights are on, but you can see salmon on the wall, the mountain out the window. This lodge is like stunning. It is beyond what I expected for sure. But now, let's go see my room. Room 142, this is me. I have my princess room key. Here we go. So just walking into the room, I'm gonna give you a quick room tour here. On the right-hand side is the bathroom. You can see, actually, like the ceilings are so tall. I love that. Got a nice little coffee maker, very cool. Toilet, towels. In here we've got the bath mat, all that kind of stuff. And then we have the shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. And then leaving the bathroom, we have a dresser. And I love this, like the kind of wood Alaskan lodge look. So nice. More Kleenex, more toilet paper, a lamp, ice bucket. You can see in here they do give you a fan, which I kind of love. A luggage rack. There's a place to hang up some clothes. There's me. And then kind of entering the main room. I don't have the ceiling light on, but I did just turn on the ceiling fan because I love ceiling fans. They put me in a room with a king bed. Very kind of cool, modern look, like feel to everything. There's even like a really nice texture to this. I don't know if you can see this. It's not just a flat sheet, so I love that. There is a TV in the room. There's a table, and again, it has like the lodge kind of look. They have a little Copper Center Alaska guest services thing. There is a lamp on either side of the bed. Nice chair. But you guys, right out of my room, and you can't see because it's getting a little bit dark now, but like the mountains are right there. All right, so I gotta say, I am so impressed with this lodge, and I'm so excited to experience it a little bit more tomorrow. Again, like this was not planned. Like I did not plan to come here. My friend John needed help. It was cool when I got here, so I got to hang out with John, got to hang out with his wife, talk for a little bit before they kind of gave me a little tour. Ooh, I just saw the headboard. Look at this. Look how cool this is with like the log look and then almost like leather. Holy cow, I love that. Sorry, got distracted. And so this was not like a hotel stay kind of trip. It was simply helping a friend. And so I brought the menus. I saved the day, gosh darn it. And now I get to stay here at the Copper River Princess Lodge. In the morning, I'm gonna get up. They are doing kind of like the test run for breakfast and stuff. So I'm gonna get up and have breakfast here, and then I'm gonna start my journey back home. But here's what I will say so far. I got to see a caribou. I got to see a couple of moose. Well, I got to see 4 moose, 2 of which you guys saw. I listened to a ton of music. I sang in the car at the top of my lungs. I just got to be among mountains and Alaska and rivers, and it is almost 11 p.m. and I don't know how I'm gonna sleep because I'm just so wired and excited. So friends, I will pick you guys up in the morning and we'll kind of continue day 2 of this crazy adventure. Good night, friends. Good morning, friends. It is 7:36 a.m. exactly. I've been up for just a little bit, but I have not yet looked outside. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it is another beautiful day for a drive back to Anchorage. Let's go see what it looks like outside of the room. All right, the moment of truth. It is beautiful. Look at that, you can see the mountain right there, the sun shining through the trees. Today might even be prettier than yesterday. There are a few clouds in the sky kind of over there in the distance, but for the most part, it's beautiful. Oh, look, you can also see, so there's like the main lobby area, and they have a ton of chairs and tables outside. So you could sit outside, get a drink, get some food, read a book, and just stare at that. Okay, got my bag all packed up. Obviously, I didn't bring much. I think I have all of my stuff except for this camera. I definitely need that as well. And now it's time to say goodbye to room 142 here at the Copper River Princess Wilderness Lodge. I gotta say, I slept so good last night. The bed was really comfortable, and the thing that was the best, the pillows. In fact, all I could think about when I laid down was that Sherri would love these pillows. One of her complaints with hotel pillows is that there's no like substance. You put your head on them and they just kind of like disappear, right? They're not made of anything but air, it seems like. These were actually like good, like hardy, thick, like substantive pillows, which is a weird thing, but like we miss that when we travel. And so the pillows were good, and I slept so good last night. But I'm hungry, let's go get breakfast, let's hit the road. Heading down to the main lobby, I hear some voices, probably some of the staff down here getting ready for their first guests that arrive tonight. All right, you guys, I got breakfast. They actually had a really great buffet up there. Eggs, sausage, bacon, potatoes, they had pastries. They had all sorts of cereals, yogurts, fruits, lots of different stuff. Got a glass of orange juice. And let's talk about that breakfast view for a second. That is pretty darn perfect. Well, you guys, breakfast is done. I got my bags. I got my Starbucks coffee. I think it's time to start the journey home. All right, what an amazing experience this was. I loved it. Got to help my friend. Got to see the resort, stay here for the first time. It is beautiful, as you guys saw. One of my favorite things though. So, you know, I spent so many years in the hotel industry and I opened a number of hotels, and there is just a buzz and excitement about the opening day of a new hotel. Now, this isn't a new hotel. This is actually a seasonal property. It's only open from basically like mid-May. Right now, the 19th is gonna be their first guests through early mid-September-ish. So with the seasonal hotel, it's open during the season and then closed like during the winter here in Alaska. So every single year, it's kind of like opening a new hotel. And what I loved about being here this morning is there was just that like, I don't know, that buzz, that excitement. Today's the day. Like, this is what you've been working for. This is what you've hired all the staff for. This is what everybody is here for, is to welcome guests. And today, guests arrive, and it makes me so happy just to see like all of the people here. I got to meet an amazing couple who live in Florida, who are up here. They vacationed in Alaska a ton, and they decided to come back and work here for the summer. They were one of the nicest couples. I got to meet just so many different people from all over here, and I'm really thankful for a couple reasons. Obviously, you guys know my heart for the tourism industry in Alaska, and it's been a really hard couple of years. And so to see all of these jobs back, to see this lodge opening after being closed for 2 years, to see tourists and guests coming back to our state, able to enjoy it and see Alaska and experience all of the beauty, I just am, my cup is like full to the top that if you touched it a little bit, it would overflow and spill everywhere. I'm so happy. And I have about a 4-hour drive in the sunshine back home. So we're gonna hit the road, we're gonna get going. I need to stop for gas in Glen Allen, and I even got a Starbucks coffee. I did not expect to get that this morning, so home we go. I just can't get over it. I'm driving along and I look over to my right, and that's what I see. All right, friends, time to fill up with gas before the drive back to Anchorage. And if you want to know what gas is like in a small little remote Alaskan town, $5.65 a gallon plus $5.84 super, $6 a gallon. Holy cow. So the place I stopped here in Glen Allen to get gas is called The Hub. And The Hub is like convenience store, gas station, gift shop slash a little bit of everything. You guys know that I'm a sucker for Christmas ornaments, and I love that one, and I love that one. Merry Christmas in Alaska. And even the gas stations in Alaska, animal mounts everywhere. Full tank of gas, water, beef jerky. Let's head home. Well, I didn't encounter any road construction on the drive here yesterday, which was kind of surprising to me, but maybe it was because I drove through so late. However, I am stopped here, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be stopped for too long, hopefully. All right, I just stopped out here to stretch my legs, yawn, breathe in some of this fresh air, and take this in. Look at it, it's like literally the entire horizon in front of me, just mountains everywhere. So apparently there are some caribou herds, like giant herds of caribou around this part of Alaska, and I've never seen a full caribou herd. I've seen like one, like we saw earlier in this vlog, but the thought of seeing an entire herd at once, I would lose my mind at that. So that is a bucket list thing. I haven't seen any wildlife so far today. Well, I take that back. I did see, there was an eagle that was like flying over the Jeep a while ago that was so beautiful. It was like flying right along the road. It was right over top of me. That was pretty. But I haven't seen any like big wildlife yet. So fingers crossed we see something on the way home. But even without wildlife, it's still a pretty drive. I've always loved this this mountain, this rock formation right ahead of us. I think it's called Lion's Head. And actually one thing that's really cool, some of you may remember, we actually stayed right here at this little lodge in the summer of 2020 when we did the RV trip with Cruise America. Auburn was with us. We actually stayed right there at Grandview with the RV. All right, so I just stopped at the Matanuska Glacier, like scenic overlook area. We actually tried to stop here with Deanna and Marshall just like a month ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. And you couldn't even drive back to this area because it was so covered with snow. What a difference some Alaskan sunshine makes, because check this out. Absolutely no snow anywhere here. Just, you know, I drove in right up there. That's where I paid my daily parking fee. It was $7 to park here and use. And it is really neat because they have a little gazebo here that has a lot of informational signs, where to find a glacier, some stuff on ice worms, attack of the spruce bark beetles, the making of glacial moraines. And they do have a couple of these right here. It looks like they're probably, oh, I don't know, maybe a quarter each to look at the glacier that is right out there. Kind of zoom in, give you guys a little bit better view of that. This again is Matanuska Glacier. Pretty cool. You can see the river would run probably right down below those, all carved by a glacier. But just look at the, look at those cliffs. All right, the glacier stop is over. We are back on the road. I bet I have probably an hour, maybe a little under, until I get to Palmer. So let's see if we stop before then, or if Palmer's our next stop. Stuff like this always amazes me. Just like the modern marvel of building roads. Obviously, this used to be a mountain that they just like blew a hole through the middle of, and now I get to vlog it. How weird is that? All right, pro tip number 1. If you see somebody alongside the road selling roadside beef jerky, you always stop. I normally am a sucker for anything being sold alongside of the road. I don't know why. I've seen this guy. He said he's been doing it for like 16 years, I think he said. He does this road, and his son does another road up kind of by like Talkeetna area. And so I got a couple of their jerkies. Both of them are elk jerkies. I got the sweet and hot. I tried a sample of that and loved it. And then I got the teriyaki. I think Sherri will like this one. One of the things I like, he said that they're like whole elk strips. He said that a lot of times beef jerky, they'll like mix it with beef in order to bring the price down. He said this is completely elk. So the samples I tried, I really liked, and I got to support a dude out here in his motorhome selling jerky alongside the road. So to me, that is a win. When you get a chance to pull over alongside the road, where the only thing you can hear is the river, looking at the mountains, you always take that opportunity. All right, friends, I am back in Anchorage. The trip has officially come to an end, and what a trip it was. It was less than 24 hours ago that my friend John called and said he needed help. And at first it kind of seemed crazy. It was like, how in the world can I even do this? My schedule lined up, everything lined up. I was able to go on a beautiful drive, see some beautiful scenery, which you guys saw. What did we end up seeing? I think I saw 4 moose. I didn't see any wildlife today. I will say that, no wildlife today, except for like eagles and stuff. But man, what a fun adventure. I love that I got to help, and I love that I got to get out in Alaska and just enjoy my state. I feel so good. Even after all the driving, even after like a short night's sleep, even after all of that, I feel so rested and just freaking happy. I'm in such a good mood. So friends, that is where I'm gonna end this video. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me, hanging out on this crazy last minute adventure drive here in Alaska. Love you guys a whole bunch, and I hope you enjoyed this. That's the thing with LeggLife. You never know what crazy idea I'm gonna say yes to and bring you guys along for. I talked to Sherri a whole bunch today, and she's been doing really well, just kind of hanging out at home, and I think probably enjoying the quiet while I've been gone. You guys will see on the next LeggLife video.